Well, hello friends, Fujosevich here. Welcome back to some Hearthstone as we continue our little Miracle Rogue experiment here. And partially experiment because I am not very familiar or comfortable with Miracle Rogue since 2015. I haven't played any Miracle Rogue at all, really, for a few years now. And then also because we decided to throw in Yogg just because I like Yogg. So this deck, I mean, it is basically the core of what people are playing with the Miracle Rogues, with very spell-heavy early game to control the early game and to provide a little bit of tempo, and then Arcane Giants to act as your finishers, along with maybe a Questing Adventurer and an Edwin. But one of the things that our deck is doing that probably other decks don't, just that Yogg is, maybe a little silly. You might want to choose a Mimic Pod, you might want to choose a Sherzan instead. You have lots of options instead of playing the silly version that I'm playing if you're interested in doing this at all. We have a couple options about how we want to play this, to be honest. And it might be Backstab SI7. We're definitely saving Vile Spine for something bigger, that's for sure. The issue is, of course, I think we're going to have to save the Abyss for our opponent's Gadget Stand. And if that's the case, well then let's just go ahead and deal with this way, and then we'll Swashbuckler just for that, card generation. We'll tell our opponent that we're in charge now, and you know what? This is activated right now. It's not going to do much else sitting in our hand, so let's go. If we top deck a Preparation, we could be in business. Our opponent did already play one Counterfeit Coin, so they're probably not going to Counterfeit Coin anything crazy out, but that is pretty crazy. Barnes is pretty crazy. Oh, wow. Well, there's the real coin. Oh my. Into a counterfeit coin. Uh-oh. Here comes a real miracle. That's good enough for yeah, Fan of Knives. Perfect. Double draw. So our opponent is now, what is that, 4 or 5 cards ahead of us in terms of draw, so that's always fun. Oh, more cards. Shadow Step? Please no. Please no. Wow, that's a really good Barnes. The last time I played Rogue, I was doing something silly with Barnes trying to do stuff like this. Actually, no, it was Malagos. Never mind, I lied. It was Malagos Rogue. Is the last time I played Rogue to any significance, I just realized. But I love the whole Malagos thing. Ooh, Patient Assassin. We might be able to slam that down right now. How do we want to do this? 1 damage, 2 damage, 3, 4 damage, hit. I don't want a Vile Spine right now, and I don't want to Evis. Yeah, maybe we just go that way. We'll use this damage here that we have, simply because we really want to have our removal for when we need it for something bigger. That was a huge turn for our opponent. They were able to cycle through a whole bunch of cards. Their hand is huge now. If we're technically looking at 7 cards developed versus our opponent's 9, we're still way behind. Oh, and they did have the other Fan of Knives. Oh, I played into this board because I thought, they played 1 Fan of Knives. The chances of them having a second one are very low. But sometimes that happens. That's fine. Well, Gadget Stand prep time, I guess. Let's see if we truly have the best deals anywhere or not. That's not necessarily the best deal. Well, Evis into Evis. That's at least something, and now I guess we could slam an 8-8 next turn and expect it to get Vile Spined. And our opponent has played 1 Evis, 1 SI7. So there is a chance here that we're not necessarily... Okay, no, we are losing the Auctioneer, never mind. I mean, we can always hope. Right now we're just going to get hit with an SI7, right? The Backstab definitely tells us... Oh. Out of mana? I'll take it. Counterfeit Coin. Okay, we only want to draw 5 cards here. Prep. Do we need to do the prep now? Probably not, but we're going to anyways. Do we want to do the Backstab as well? And my money is on no. So also the awesome thing is that our Arcane Giant is absolutely tiny. Do we stop drawing now? I think we can stop drawing now and kind of just play out the board, right?
This guy's toast.
And I think we'll just kind of go and attack this way. And then we'll kind of leave it at that, is what I'm thinking at least. I think this is a reasonable turn. We've definitely committed to the board, right? There's no doubt about that. Another backstab. Now what? Vile Spine? That's okay. That's okay. That's very okay for us. If our opponent can't be removing our Auctioneer, we'll just be able to cycle. Oh, there we go. Wait. From the Mimic Pod. Wow, that's huge. That's very bad for us. I think we need to be doing the cycling now. That's unfortunate. Do we go face? No, because we now are out of resources. Oops. This is interesting. That Barnes into Auctioneer really, really caused us problems. And, yeah, I don't know how we're going to be able to... Well, I mean, we have kind of removal for this current Auctioneer, but really, having to deal with this many Auctioneers maybe makes me regret that we didn't just go a little bit harder with the miracle that we had the chance to have there. Especially because now we had to blow a Vile Spine. Well... We'll be able to clear this board, so that's cool. We'll be able to do Questing Adventurer, so that's cool.
Give me a quest.
Give me a quest. Okay. Here we go. Our opponent just has so many resources. Well, that's one way to get rid of our opponent's resources. That's for sure. I mean, I guess technically our opponent could be worried about lethal if we have... Oh, we have played both this. Yeah, there's no good way for us to have lethal now. But, I mean, we do have 7 power on board. Maybe we could buff up the Questing Adventurer to take out our opponent here. But Shadow Strike's a good removal. Forgot about that one. SI7 time. Double SI7 somehow? You've already played one, haven't you? Would I go face? Oh my. Hallucination. Our opponent is generating cards like no other right now. This game is getting out of control. Are we just going to Yogg for the win? Oh, counterfeit coin. See this? I mean, we can clear, right? 4 damage to face. Oh no, our opponent would trade too cleanly, like if we leave up our opponent's minions. I feel like it's almost a Yogg time. It's 10 spells as well. I know I have a counter on my board. You don't. Sorry. On my board, on my screen. Maybe we can go a half measure with the Vile Spine. Right? Like we can go half measure, just counterfeit coin this, and then go all face. That's 4 to face. And our opponent's going to be needing to be trading. Like our opponent can never have a slow turn then, right? Because then they will lose. So I'm okay with that. So now we're setting up lethal on board. We don't have much in the way still of direct damage, obviously. But we have the Yogg. So if our opponent just, decides to trade and try and just build a huge board, we Yogg now for 11 spells and kind of just say go. So that's... Uh-oh. Ooh, Shiv. That's a big card. That's a big, big card. More cards for our opponent. Obviously, they have tons of... Well... Alright, Yogg. Time to get Call of the Wild. Oh, Evis! That's the spell I want to cast this turn. No, thank you, Hallucinate. You're too slow. Come on, Call the Wild. That's good. This one. That's good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's pretty nice. Come on this guy right here. Ooh. And I get the overload as well. Oh no. Ooh, cost is reduced. Look at this Yogg. Oh my goodness. If we don't die, this is a glorious Yogg. We just get rid of this guy right now. Yeah, and we just say go. That was a great Yogg. Holy. Yogg to the rescue. We gotta throw up a little praise Yogg. That's, you're gonna, I mean, you'll regret it, but not really, because... that's kind of awesome. Are we just gonna Yogg again? What is this, by the way? Oh, Noble Sack. How do we do this? If we do it this way... Oh, could a Toxin card win us the game? 4, 8. This heals us to 16. We can't kill this unless we get a good Toxin, though, right? And we can't Yogg this turn anyways. But then the issue is we're going to overload with the Jinyu, and we can't Yogg next turn either. Can't imagine we Blade Flurry. Okay, let's go with Zeril first. Give a friendly minion stealth? Oh, no. That's too bad. I'd love to be able to somehow get the Edwin out, but I don't think we're going to be able to. So we're going to go 4. And then also hallucinate. So let's hallucinate first, I think, right? Draw 2 copies. We don't really need that. Don't really need any of these. And then we just go face here. And I think that should be enough pressure. And if not, well, we should survive 2 more turns unless our opponent Yoggs now. Look at this. Look at this Miracle Rogue mirror. This has been awesome. 1 damage. Love it. There's the get down. Unfortunately not to face, but still maintaining our board. I'm assuming our opponent's done. Yeah, I don't know what our opponent could have anymore that would save them. Yeah, that's not going to be it. Envenom? That's a great card. Well, that's great for Arena more. Oh, what a game! What a game! What a Yogg! That was really, really fun. I do understand why people like playing these Miracle Rogue decks. Like, there's lots of those fun, those fun turns where you get to have lots of decision making, lots of those tempo based. When are you gonna invest lots into a single turn? That was really, really cool. I had a lot of fun that game, especially having Yogg come out of nowhere and really save the day for us. Which, you know what, Yogg, I know people tend to give Yogg a bit of a hard time, but Yogg is really, really better right now with the state of the current spells in Standard. So I feel like there's no problem really including Yogg in a lot of my decks, as I have been doing this season just for fun. That's going to be it, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Keep your stick on the ice.